Hi guys, welcome to Calculus Crush. Today we're going to be doing an implicit differentiation problem. We've got x squared plus xy minus y squared equals 4, and we're trying to find the derivative of y with respect to x. Now we have to use implicit differentiation because we're not able to isolate y all by itself on one side. It's always going to be mixed up. There's no way you can factor this or set it up such that you only have y on one side. So what we need to do is just take the derivative of both sides. So I'm just going to write out every step here. We've got x squared plus xy minus y squared, and we're going to take the derivative of that equals 4, and we need to take the derivative of that. Well, the derivative of 4 is just 0, but let's do the left side first. So first of all, what is the derivative of x squared with respect to x? Well, we just use the power rule. We bring the 2 down in front of the x, and then it's x to the power of 1. I'm not going to write that. Plus. Now xy, we have to use the product rule because we have two functions multiplied. So the product rule is the derivative of the first, which is x, which is 1, times the second, y, plus the first, which is x, times the derivative of the second, which is y prime. And now we've got minus y squared, and we need to take the derivative of that. So that's once again the power rule. The 2 comes down in front, times y to the power of 1. But since we're taking the derivative with respect to x, we need to multiply that by y prime. We have to use the chain rule. And that is equal to the derivative of 4. The derivative of a constant number is just 0. So now the derivative's done. The rest of the part is just solving for y prime. So let's get all of our y primes only on one side of the equation. So we've got x y prime minus 2y y prime, and that is equal to, now let's move everything that doesn't have a y prime onto the right side. So we've got minus 2x minus y. Now let's factor out y prime from this expression. Y prime times x minus 2y equals minus 2x minus y. So the last step in isolating y prime is to divide both sides by x minus 2y. And we've got minus 2x minus y divided by x minus 2y. Now one more step you can do. I don't really like the minus 2x minus y here. So I'm going to pull out a negative 1. We're going to end up with 2x plus y. And I'm going to pull out a negative from the bottom as well. So this is going to be 2y minus x. And then the negative from the top and bottom cancel out, and we end up with 2x plus y divided by 2y minus x. So there's our final answer, y prime, which is the same thing as dy by dx, is equal to 2x plus y divided by 2y minus x. The important thing to remember here is when you're taking the derivative of y's, you got to remember to add the y prime. Okay? So the derivative of y squared is 2y times y prime. If this was y cubed, it would be 3y squared y prime. You always got to remember that y prime. That's the big thing about implicit differentiation, because you are taking the derivative with respect to x. Right? So if you've got x cubed, the derivative of that is 3x squared. And if you use the chain rule, times the derivative of x is just 1. So we usually don't have that. But for y, if you've got y cubed, you got to remember, if you take the derivative with respect to x, you've got to have that y prime in there. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Until next time.